Hello everyone, I'm Tiffany and I am at www.tiffanymanger.stampinup.net and I am going to show you a Stampin' Up! Product that's quite popular. It's on the pricey side, but you definitely get your money's worth afterwards. And I'd like to introduce to you the Big Shot here. Like I tell everybody, this is my favorite $100 toy. Please don't mind it. As you can see, mine is very well loved. I've had it for a few years. It's a little dusty, and I've got craft stuff all over it. And this is a multi-purpose tool. Think of it kind of as a one of those electronic cutters, but it's not electronic. It also does embossing. It does a few things. I'll show you it in the catalog here. On your catalog. Excuse me, I'm sliding around. Right here it is. It's the Big Shot. It's, as I tell people, it's my favorite $110 toy. And there's different, once you have it, you can get all kinds of accessories for it. And as you can see here, you can get you can do embossing, you can do framing, you can do 3D projects. You can get, here you have replacement cutting pads. There's also a magnetic platform that I will show you what's good for, and there is different things, there's different items you can use for it. There is your thinlits, which you can do 3D projects here. You've got more thinlits here, which will do some really pretty intricate designs like the butterfly here, and the like lettering and stuff. Anything that you see here that is highlighted yellow is retiring, which means it's until supplies last or until May 31st. And you also got what you call our framelits, which they frame around to cut to do some framing, and you can do 3D projects with it. And then here's your embossing folders. You can do your embossing, give it like an extra little texture onto your project. And then if you have any big dies from Sizzix, these will work through the Big Shot. Stampin' Up! Has some, but they're phasing them out. So like I said, these are available until May 31st or until supplies last. Some of them are even on discount right now. And I'm going to show you how to do with each one and some projects along with it. So what I'm going to show you first is I am going to show you what it comes with. Actually, I am going to move the grid paper here so I don't have a sliding surface. There we go. First, when you get the project here, or when you get your Big Shot, you get your Big Shot. And then it also comes with a platform and cutting pads. And as you can see, my cutting pads are very well loved. And to do embossing with folders, you're going to take your multi-purpose platform, and there's two tabs here. You're going to move it to tab 1, lift tab 2 up here, and you're going to make a sandwich. You're going to put a plate down, and these are your embossing folders. There are two different sizes. You have a square one, and you have some of the oblong ones. And let me get them out of the package here. I'll show you real quick. This is your embossing folder. And as you can see, there's an embossed and a debossed side. It's real easy. You just stick in, I just got a piece of scrap paper here. You stick that in. Now, when you're doing these rectangle, smaller ones like this, you always want to put it in with the fold first. So they can go sideways like this very carefully, but I wouldn't recommend that unless you're doing a project where you need this lined up a certain way. Always want to put in the fold first. So you put your project down like so, or your folder. You sandwich on top the other cutting plate, and you can see here, turn the crank. Pull that out, and there you go. You got a nice textured piece of paper. You got the embossed side, and you also got a debossed side. And I will show you a finished project with that, as soon as I find my project, I'm sorry, I'm a little disorganized here. Well, until I find that, let's show you with the other one. Oh, here they are. Here's a project done with the same folder. As you can see, it's embossed there. Or you can flip it over and you can use the deboss side here. And all right, when you go to use these square-shaped ones here, they fit just barely. So you got to be really careful with them. Very, very careful. They fit just through there. So when you go to set it up, definitely make sure it's lined up perfectly before you run it through. So next, what I'm going to show you is a regular framelit. And with framelits here, they come in these nice envelopes. Excuse me. You have to get your own. I suggest you get magnets to put these on. They come on like a sticky piece of paper, and they're a pain in the rear to get off. So I would recommend get some magnets and stick them in there. And this is your framelit. And as you can see, it's a die. It's a die, and I can run my finger right across these edges here, and I will not cut my fingers or do anything but leave an imprint here. So what I'll show you how to run this through. I have part of a project started stamped here. And I'm going to move this up here because I'm going to show you real quick how to stamp this on here. Let's find my ink here. I forgot to show you how to do this. We'll give you a quick little 101. You push that up, flip that over, ink it up. Sorry, I don't have enough room to show you. And I'm just going to line this up right here. Voila. As you can see, I already did the first two. And I should have put everything in order here. Like I said, bear with me. I'm still learning how to do these videos. These tutorial videos here. And what you're going to do with your framelit is you're going to move this to tab 2. I said tab 2 there. And you're going to make your sandwich again. Put your paper. And then you take your framelit. You line it up here. Like so. And then you sandwich on top your other plate carefully. If you're not good at lining up stuff like this or afraid it's going to slide, I will show you. I would recommend the magnetic platform then. I will show you how you use the magnetic platform. And you're just going to run it through. And you'll hear cracking. That's okay. And we'll just take this piece of paper up and pop it right out. And see right there you have a nice die cut, which will go onto a project. As you can see in this one here, I had die cut the teacup. I had also die cut these little guys here and the spoon. Alright. Now with the magnetic platform is good for cutting with your framelits. And I would recommend getting a second set of plates because you want them nice and flat here. As you can tell, this one's been loved pretty good too. And again, when you go to, these are great for when you're doing the framelits, because when you go to like line it up on the paper, it just magnetics right on there. That way it doesn't slide. Now what you got are your thinlits. Now your thinlits are a little more intricate. They're a little more intricate dies. They're a little more fancier. They're a little more designed, as you can see here. They look just like the framelits. Again, you can run right across. Some of them score too, like when you do the treat holders and everything. And with this one, they can be a little difficult, as you can see, since they're thin. They can be a little difficult to get out. So what they sell is a precision mat, which I don't have that on me at the moment. The precision die, which it kind of gives it more boost to cut it. And as soon as I get one, I will show you that in another video. But if you don't have that, you can also take a piece of wax paper and kind of cut this size a little bit here. You can put a piece of wax paper in between your die. And as you can see, this is just magnetic right onto there. It's stuck right there. And you're just going to sandwich it here. You're going to run it through. And with these a little thinner, I would run it at least twice, since they're a little more intricate. I'm going to run it for a third time for good charm. And as you can see, it's stuck on there. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to turn this to the side. They also sell this nifty brush if you don't feel like punching out all these holes. Stampin' Up! Also sells this nifty little brush that will, as you saw, it took it right out there. Slid right out. As you can see, all the little extra pieces here. You don't have to, you can run that through right there. You don't have to worry about taking the time to punch all these holes out here. This also helps too if you don't want to use the wax paper. You can run this through the holes here, and it loosens it up. So there you go. I just showed you a couple different ways to get these holes out. There we go. It makes this really pretty, thin, intricate design, which I have a project I had finished, which there's a stamp set that coordinates to this that you could line up right along with that. That would look pretty, like embossed on top of it. And then you've got, there's other framelits, like I said. I'm not going to run this one through the Big Shot, but this one does treat holders here. You cut two of these out. As you can see, there's a lighter blade here that does the scoring, so it'll score and cut out at the same time. You cut two of these out, put it together, and they make these cute little treat boxes. This was a Christmas one here that I did. And then this one's been posted online before. Here's the little penguin. He's a little dusty. Excuse me about that. And you just push them down to open them up, like so. You can see it's two of them. I just attached them together. You just take your little handles, push them right back into the holes there, and there you go. That is the Curvy Keepsake die. And last but not least, it said Stampin' Up! His phase and he's out, but I wanted to show them anyways. The Sizzix dies here. Oh, a little too close. Like I said, if you find anything from Sizzix and they sell these dies, these will fit through here. What you do to cut these out is you want to make a sandwich again. You take your bottom plate onto here. You take another piece of paper and you run it through. Just line your piece of paper up like so. Sandwich it. Actually, I like trying to leave one smooth and one as much as I can, so I'm going to put my cutting one on top because this is going to cut up. And you just stick it in there and you run it through. And these will also cut fun foam. There's I've cut aluminum like sheeting, like siding stuff with it. You can cut through like faux leather. if you look online, there's about 200 different surfaces you can cut through this. And as you see here, it popped out. You got your scores and your cut, and you would just fold up your scores like so and assemble it together. And this one made a nice cute little fry box here, as you can see. And there's my info. I gave these out at Halloween. And these there, the blades are right in there. They gotta, if you push on it real hard, you probably could cut yourself, but they're nice and cushioned so you don't run your finger right across there. Like I said, Stampin' Out's phasing these out. There's some available. You can check it out on stampinup.com, or you can, and they have some on the discount list, I believe, too, if you want to check some of them out. But that is the Big Shot. Like I said, so many different possibilities of what you can do with it. Like I said, my favorite $100 toy. And if you're interested in ordering this, you can go to, let me grab my info right here. You can go to www.tiffanymanger.stampinup.net and you can order it on there. You can also get more ideas on how to use the Big Shot. If you have any questions about it, just hit me up and I will do my best to answer you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.